If you take G3 AMath, integration can be very confusing because there are very little laws, but many different type of questions that can come out that test you the same few laws. So on this channel over here, I want to share with you all of the weird integration questions that I've encountered over the many past few years as a student, while also as a math tutor at my Math Tuition Center A1 Math Academy, where I teach many Sec 4 AMath students as well. And this is the first common type of weird question that you'll see in integration that can be easily solved with your formula sheet. Now over here, if you take a look at this, you want to integrate tangent square. You might be asking yourself, how do I even integrate tangent square if all I know how to integrate is sine, cosine, and secant square, right? That is where you need to remember your formula sheet is your key hack in the exam. If you look at your formula sheet, you will see that tangent square x plus 1 gives me secant square x, right? Which means that I can rearrange this to give me tangent square x equals to secant square x minus 1. Therefore, I could replace this over here with integrate secant square 2x plus 1 minus 1 dx. And I know that if I differentiate tangent, I get secant square. Therefore, integrating secant square over here will very nicely give me tangent 2x plus 1. Don't forget to differentiate this and put it below, over 2 minus x plus c, right? Where 1 becomes x and then c over here is an arbitrary constant. So I'm just going to write where c is an arbitrary constant, right? And this is exactly how we find the answer to this question. Now, it might be a very weird question if you see for the first time in the exam, but now that you have seen it, you will be able to tackle these weird integration questions every single time you see it from now onwards. And if you like more hacks like this, make sure to follow this account. And if you want access to more of these type of weird questions and figure out how to solve all these very weird integration questions before your next exam, watch this video next to find out how. So if you're struggling to understand basic AMath concepts like the one I went through in this video, and you don't understand whatever your teacher is saying in school, or you have been doing a lot of practice but nothing seems to work, I have the right solution that I've been creating for the past 3 years exactly for you. So this is the library of A1 Math Academy, and I've been working on this project ever since I started tutoring, which at the time of this filming has been about 3 years, right? And you can see that I literally filmed for every single chapter for the AMath syllabus as well as for the EMath syllabus as well. But we're just going to focus on AMath because this is an AMath video. Now, if let's say I just click on a random AMath chapter, for example, trigonometry, right? We know that trigonometry is one of those biggest chapters in the entirety of AMath. And just by clicking into trigonometry over here, you realize that, under syllabus, if you go to syllabus, I filmed a video lesson for every single fundamental concept. So you can scroll all the way down, you can see that every single concept I cover in exact detail, even very difficult concepts that are initially hard to understand like ASTC, I go into it in very in-depth detail over here. And not only that, but I also give you my PDF, my notes that I personally handwritten in this library, which you can download easily over here, right? And also, every single chapter comes with basic questions that you need to understand, exam style questions that you need to understand. I've broken out every single question type that usually comes out in the exam into modular chunks over here so that you can practice by yourself. So if you like access to every single thing that I've just shared with you over here, just WhatsApp the number on the screen over here and I'll send over more details over there for you to see whether this library is actually a good fit for you or not. And I look forward to seeing you on WhatsApp over here.